Well, hello there, St. Luke's. Great to be back with you for this midweek message. Just a few announcements, really, this week. A lot going on, but we're grateful for all of the various participation that you are showing in our services and the classes and the different offerings. Many of us are still sort of glowing from our time up in Charleston last weekend at the Mere Anglicanism Conference, and I mentioned something in the sermon about that, but stay tuned because as we continue to reflect on our time there and sort of digest some of the speeches and the lectures and the experience, I assume and I trust that we will continue to talk about it, whether in the Rector's Forum or the various people that went will share with you something of the joy and the elation that they felt when united in a faithful denomination, in a beautiful worship service with exciting and engaging speakers. And we really were sort of treated to one of the best sort of examples of our great Anglican tradition last weekend. And I, for one, was moved and encouraged and inspired and returned home redoubled, as you heard in the sermon, in my joy to continue to help equip people for the work of ministry. And so that will continue to be sort of our theme. Our church mission statement is to know Christ and to make him known. And so the first part of that, to know Christ, is part of what the work of ministry is, to know his word, to know how he has interacted with people, to know how he has sustained and comforted people down through the ages. That's the primary knowledge, is to know God and then to make him known to the world through our interactions with our family, most notably our spouse perhaps, or our children. Our neighbors, the people that we literally live next door to or work with or play sports with. These people are our mission field, not in any way other than, as we heard last week from First Peter, to simply communicate something of the hope and the joy that we have been given through the death and resurrection of our Savior. And so I'll continue to preach about that. We'll continue to teach about that. And as I said in the sermon this past Sunday, if you haven't been able to listen to it, it's on it's probably like right there next to this message on YouTube. You can listen to it, but you will hear a repeated refrain that this is the work of our lives together is to grow in the strength and admonition of the Lord, the strength and courage to love and serve him. And so we will do that through fellowship, we will do that through word and sacrament, and we will do that through the teaching and preaching offices of the church. So stay tuned. So to that end, I have a few just announcements. I want to thank you all for those of you who have been wearing your name tags. Go to 3 John and read at the end about how the friends greet you by name, greet the friends by name, and this understanding. I want you to continue to consider this ministry opportunity you have to share with your neighbor something of the ability to have a deeper relationship with you, so that they could know your name, that you could step out of the realm of anonymity and into the realm of somewhat greater friendship intimacy. And so we're going to continue to talk about this. We're going to make it as easy as possible, and you'll consider me somewhat of a broken record, but there we go. It's going to be a joy when we can greet the friends by name. And so I'm working as hard as I can to both remember to wear my name tag, but also to learn each of your names. And I pray and hope that you will consider this a graceful and joyful challenge that we have set before you here with our the year of the name tag, or the years for that matter. So here we go. Also, I wanted to draw your attention to something you may not be aware of, is that our choir is going to be performing Dan Forrest's Requiem for the Living. This is a beautiful piece that is quite intense in a wonderful way. And on March 18th, we will be having, excuse me, that's not a correct date. I will edit that out. It will be, I'm going to have to edit. So there's going to be a cut right here. Right, Sunday, March 18th is a Saturday. Sunday, March 19th, we will be singing this Requiem for the Living. I am going to do my best to come to as many practices and sing with the choir. Personally, it was a great joy for me to participate in that way, but I want to use this as an opportunity to invite you, and you know who you are, who can sing to come join our choir. We need more people in the choir. We have a wonderful, hearty group, but we would love to see our ranks swell and the anthems peal out forth from our choir stalls back there. And we are prayerful and we're hopeful that some of you listening this will be the first you've thought of it, and so it might take a couple more proddings. This might be the fifth time you have thought of it, which is enough for you to come and join. And please consider, we have a wonderful music team, a wonderful music tradition, and we would love for you to join. So if you can sing it all, again, I know there's some criteria that has to be met, but we would love to talk to you. If you would like to, we can work with a willing heart. So please contact us. Let Nina Rodman know, and please come join and sing with us. We would love to have more people participate so we can simply continue this wonderful music tradition that I'm so grateful exists here at St. Luke's, and have such joy in participating in on a weekly basis. So that's an encouragement to you all. Also, we are continuing with our first Sunday of the month family pizza playground picnic. So a lot of pizza going on right now. I don't know what else to tell you other than it's delicious, and so there we go. But anyway, we are having this Sunday after the 10 o'clock service on our playground. We're having a family pizza picnic. So if that pertains to you, if the family pizza picnic pertains to you, then please participate. There you go. That was a lot of peas. At any rate, that's going to be first of the month. I mean, I'll be there with my kids. Amy will be there. And if you are there with someone who you would love to play on the playground, bring your children and eat some pizza, then this is for you. This Sunday, right after the 10 o'clock service. And finally, speaking of pizza, we're grateful for all of the people at the Pizza Epiphany service. Galatians Bible study. It's been wonderful to have so many people participate and telling me things like it's the first time that things have started to settle in, or it's settling in deeper. This wonderful understanding of the gospel and the distinction between law and gospel and the promise and Abraham and Moses and Jesus, and all the various pieces are beginning just to continue to settle, and that's wonderful news to hear. So I'm grateful for your participation in that, and I wanted to invite you to a special church meeting we will be having on the final Pizza Epiphany, which is Sunday before Ash Wednesday, Wednesday, before Ash Wednesday, on February 15th. Wednesday, February 15th, there'll be a special church-wide meeting for about 15 minutes before the beginning of Pizza Epiphany, because during our annual meeting, as some of you pointed out to me, and we were mistaken, we were right to have elected the vestry. The vestry in our bylaws elect the vestry, but we need to have a special church meeting in order to ratify the new vestry members for our operating procedures. So that will take place before the 15th, before Pizza Epiphany. More information about that will come, but it'll be a good opportunity for those of you who are coming to Pizza Epiphany to still come, and perhaps for some of you who would just like to have an excuse to come, since you've been meaning to, you just felt like you shouldn't start at the end. Feel free to come and stick around after the short meeting, which should last about 10 minutes, and stick around for the final Bible study and join us as we close out this wonderful book during this great Epiphany season with this wonderful Pizza Epiphany, surprising to me and encouraging in so many ways. Come join us, stick around, and then of course the following Wednesday will be Ash Wednesday, and we will begin an entire new season of Lent. And so stay tuned for the offerings that we will be having on Wednesdays at lunch during Lent, our Lenten lunch series, but I will talk more about that next week, and we will begin to let you know. But mark your calendars for the Wednesdays during Lent from 11:30 to 1. Be here at St. Luke's for wonderful fellowship, Lenten lunch, and a lecture under the auspices and title of Hope in the Shadow of the Cross. Okay, well, it's great to be with you all. Pray for your vestry. This weekend we have our retreat. We are starting to gear back up, looking ahead towards Lent. Can't believe it's almost Easter again, and by God's grace, full steam ahead here at St. Luke's, and your prayers, as always, for me and for the other members of the staff and the leadership are are not only requested but coveted. Keep us in your prayers as we keep you in ours and seek to watch the Lord continue to do mighty things here on Hilton Head Island. All right, God bless you all, and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.